Cameron, thank you. This is a bench where the Fox River meets the East River in Green Bay. Records say a registered sex offender told authorities this was the area he was living. That was back in March.
But court documents say he hasn't been heard from since. So where is he? Well, good question.
Just because we've issued the warrant doesn't mean we're going to be able to locate him. In many instances, DOC is making every attempt to try to locate these individuals already. The Sex Offender Registry Program is trying to find them, and they can't find them. So just because we've issued the warrant doesn't mean you're going to miraculously find the individual.
Here is one such warrant, and that warrant is what our story is about tonight, and when one of them is issued when it comes to a registered sex offender whose whereabouts authorities say is unknown. This is an NBC 26 investigation.
Where was he? 27-year-old Dwight Chisolm is a registered sex offender convicted of sexual assault of a child in Brown County. After his prison sentence, authorities said in June of 2018 that his whereabouts had been unknown for a year, hadn't been calling in to report where he was staying. But at some point, Stephanie says she knew where he was, just didn't know who he was.
Have you ever seen this person?
Yes, I have seen this person. That person helped me find my dog when he ran away, and I have that person on Facebook as well.
You've seen this person in your neighborhood?
Yes, I have.
Do you know that he's a registered sex offender?
No, I did not know that. That's pretty shocking to me.
Then we told Stephanie about records showing that after Chisolm was whereabouts unknown in June of 2017, a year and a half went by before a warrant went out for his arrest on a charge of sex offender failed to provide information.
It doesn't make sense. Like, why here a year and a half? You know, like, it just doesn't make sense.
Matt Mandich lives down the street. This is near Main and Baird Streets, East Green Bay.
That's way too long a time. Something should be done about that.
Authorities say police eventually found Chisolm here. Court paperwork saying Chisolm met a 17-year-old boy online and twice went into this garage with the teen for sex last month. His new charges include child enticement. We reached out to his attorney, but we have not heard back.
At the time the suspect was charged, court documents listed this property as his address, and court documents say this is where police arrested the suspect. So where is this property? Well, walk down the sidewalk a bit, look to your left, and you'll find Green Bay's East High School.
We asked for a comment from the person renting the home. We did not hear back. Police say that unless an offender has a special exemption, it's against local law for certain registered sex offenders to live here. There's a buffer zone around areas like schools and parks. As far as what neighbors thought about the records showing that year and a half timeline,
I would say they're absolutely right. I agree with them. I mean, that time frame is too long. There's a number of factors that could play into that delay. Some of them are due to staffing in our office. Some of them are due to the Department of Corrections attempting to work with people before they refer them.
The state of Wisconsin versus Dwight Chisholm.
While Chisolm is now in jail on the new charges, authorities say there are other Brown County sex offenders whose whereabouts are unknown. Elton Smith was convicted of sexual assault of a child in Brown County. After his prison sentence, records show his whereabouts as unknown as of January 2017. Authorities say a warrant went out for his arrest that same month, but he hasn't been found. And there's James Stenberg. Records say whereabouts unknown since the end of this March. Last place he told authorities he was staying was near where the Fox and East Rivers meet in Green Bay. Authorities say a warrant was out for him within a week. He also has not been found.
No attorneys were listed for the last two suspects in this story, so we could not reach out for comment. As far as the 18-month gap in the Dwight Chisholm case, the Wisconsin DOC says he no longer was on probation. They sent a statement that says in part, quote, Mr. Chisholm was homeless while living in Brown County. Since he did not have a permanent residence, it was difficult for staff to try and locate him when he appeared to be out of compliance with the sex offender registry. It goes on to say, staff must take additional steps to investigate the person's whereabouts than they would for someone who is not homeless. Examples of that could be to try to contact a person via their family, places they frequent, or other options. The DOC had that case for a year before they sent it to the DA's office. And a final note here, the Brown County prosecutor, the DA we talked with in the story, says he is in the process of hiring more attorneys. That, he says, should streamline the process in charging someone once the DA's office does get a report on a sex offender who is not reporting in. As far as registered sex offenders, if you see something that doesn't look right tomorrow, Halloween, or any other day, you can call this state hotline. It's on your screen right now, 1-877-234-0085.